Speaking of childhood trauma, do you want to jump down you want to take a nostalgia trip with me?
Oh
I got a
gosh.
few things in front of me.
Oh
And I want
gosh.
to see if you remember. Most of them you should remember.
I
There's
would
maybe
hope.
one or two on here that
Okay.
you might not.
Okay.
But this was trending on Twitter.
Okay.
I think a couple days ago is hashtag I'm old enough to remember. And these are a few that I took from there.
Oh, so this
You
isn't about childhood trauma. This is just like nostalgic things from our
Oh
childhood.
yeah, no, I mean it could have.
Oh,
it could
jeez.
bring on
Okay.
childhood trauma.
I was like
I
trauma
don't know.
specifically. Okay, I
don't
see what
know.
you mean.
First on the list is Heelys.
Heelys. I mean,
Do you
that's not
remember
really from my child. I feel like that was after I was
middle
a
school?
Yeah,
Middle
I
school. They got
guess.
banned from my middle school.
You know what I think of Heelys when I hear Heelys?
They just recently came back.
I just think of Toby Turner.
Really?
That's all I can think of.
I don't associate that with Toby Turner. But you know what they are? Did you have a pair?
No, I never did.
You didn't.
No.
So I did,
Okay.
and pretty much everyone in my middle school did.
Did you break
to
something
the point
while?
where my school had to ban them?
Really?
Like we weren't allowed to. Yeah, we were allowed to wear the shoes, but if we had the wheel in the heel, they would literally call our parents, and they'd either had to pick us up, take us home, or bring us new shoes.
Were kids just like falling, getting hurt, or like just causing?
I
you
it was
guys
probably
racing?
a combination. Oh, for sure. Yeah. What else are you gonna do in Heelys?
Shoot, man. I
it
mean,
was
hey,
probably-
if the kids are getting to class earlier, they wouldn't be.
Dude, yeah, I don't
They
know.
wouldn't be.
Okay. So, a Motorola Razr.
Yeah, I had a razor.
Did you? I
Yeah.
never did. That
had
was
a
always
Razr.
like I don't know, man.
Dude.
I had a Virgin Mobile prepaid phone.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as what I had. So my sophomore or junior year of high school, everyone was getting cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone still. And
Yeah.
my mom was like, all right, I'll get you a cell phone. So I'm like, yeah, she's going to get me a cell phone, dude. I'm so excited. Like, finally, I can be like everybody else.
Yeah.
And so, like, I get home from school and she's like, oh, I got you a phone. I'm like, oh, cool. And she's like,
no.
here it is. She hands me this flip phone. And guess what kind of phone it was? It was a Disney flip
Yes, I
phone.
remember this.
It was a Disney flip phone. Disney.
Is
And I
the one
look
that
at
had,
her.
like 4 buttons on it. You can
I
only
look
call
at
your
her.
mom and the police.
I'm like, Mom. She's like, what? It's got parental controls. I
Yeah,
can see,
does.
I can monitor your stuff.
You're how
I'm
old?
like, Mom, I'm 15 years old. Mom, are you kidding me? I'm like, no. I just straight up told her no. And she's like, what?
Dude.
What's wrong with it? I'm like, no. I'm not going to high school with a Disney phone. And so,
Did you?
yeah, I did. But I didn't take it out of my bag. I hid it in my backpack. She's like, well, I already bought it and you got a plan. So I'm like, oh my God.
His
So
mom's calling him. He's like, I can't answer now, Mom. You're gonna
I
have
was-
to assume I'm okay.
pretty
You're gonna
much.
have to assume.
I didn't answer. I just would shoot. I'd under in my backpack, pull it out, just kind of text real quick, and then I would send it. And then finally, I finally convinced her because the phone was a piece of crap. Like, it was not a good phone.
Yeah.
And so she eventually was like, okay, I'll get you a different phone. But I did have it for like 2 weeks, and I didn't show anybody. Like, I think this is maybe only the second time I've ever talked about it. I was so embarrassed. And so my next phone was literally a Motorola Razr. That was the next phone.
Alright,
And I was like,
full
okay,
circle. Awesome.
that's an upgrade. I'll take that. So
Yeah, I think my first phone was the Nokia brick phone, prepaid, and then
Yeah.
I got I upgraded to a Virgin Mobile flip phone.
yeah, you ever had a sidekick?
No,
Dude.
that was the cool kids had a sidekick. I was not a cool
I
kid.
eventually had a sidekick, but I never had the sidekick that flipped. I had the sidekick slide, which I actually liked.
Oh, the slider. Yeah,
I had the
slider boy.
slide one, which I really liked. Man, the sidekick was that was a good time back in the day. If you had a sidekick, bro, you knew everybody knew you were.
It was like a click. It was a whole
yeah,
click.
and you were.
You pull out, like,
and you were
kids
good at
talking on their-
texting.
texting on their
Yeah,
sidekick,
yeah.
bro. You could just whip yours out and they'd be like, "Oh, what's up, Brennan?
Yeah,
I don't think I got your number.
just like that. Just like that, actually. That's how I
You
met
wanna
everybody.
Text, you want to text me on my sidekick? You got
Everybody that had sidekicks knew sidekicks.
I was never part of that circle.
Yeah,
so
but it was pretty exclusive. It was pretty cool back in the day.
do you remember Walkmans?
Yeah, of course.
Did you have I'm talking cassette Walkmans. I never
Yeah.
had a cassette Walkman. My first Walkman was a CD player, and that was not, I don't think those are considered like, it's the brand Walkman,
Yeah.
but it was never.
So I had
it
a
wasn't a
cassette Walkman, And I also had it. What was a hand me down? Like I got it from like my uncle or my mom or something. And then I had a Discman, like a Walkman disc player,
that's what I had.
and it didn't have anti-skip protection. Like so, dude, you'd have to like hold it still. Like you couldn't actually move it. It wasn't mobile because the CDs would just skip constantly. And
Any sort of movement.
Yeah, any kind of movement.
It's
so
like you were in an earthquake, bro.
Yeah, the whole time
CD
you're like, you can't even listen to this shit. So you basically had to put it on a table anyway or a flat surface. And I was like, this is not mobile. You can't move with it. Yeah, that was the struggle, man. Now kids, you see, kids will never understand the struggle like that. Never.
Okay.
They don't even know what discs are.
Dude, for real. Staying on. Okay, this is the one that I think is gonna get you.
Okay.
Because I actually didn't remember these until I saw a picture of them. A little thing called hit clips.
Hit clips? What are hit clips?
Hit clips.
Hit clips.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume from that reaction you don't know. While you look it up, I'll explain. It was literally a tiny little portable device.
Oh my gosh.
It came with a singular like cartridge that you put into it, and it played one song. It was a hit clip, and this is back when like NSYNC was popular. You could like pop your one song, NSYNC song, and listen to that one song on repeat. You could carry around other hit clips, and you'd put it in there.
And it was like a keychain, right?
Oh, yeah, it was only like 40 seconds. It was like a piece of the song.
Oh, it was literally a
whole
clip.
song. Yeah.
That's
and
hilarious.
Like looking back on it now, it seems like the most useless product I've ever seen. But it was very popular. I remember having one.
That's so funny. I do remember
maybe
that.
there was a promotional. It was a promotional thing for something. Dude, I know you could buy them, but maybe I don't know. They partnered with some dude. I remember like maybe like we went to a fast food place and they like if you got a Happy Meal or something, they gave you one.
Probably. That sounds like something you get in a Happy Meal for sure. Yeah, no, I do remember those. I don't think I had any, but maybe. I mean, especially if they were that small, they're a keychain. Maybe I had a bunch of them. I can't really remember. Dude, interesting.
That's old school.
That is old school.
Tamagotchis.
Yeah, definitely had some Tamagotchis.
You remember?
You had some? And I remember it. Yeah, I had a couple.
Dude, I don't know what. Dude, they were so popular. Dude, so popular.
They were.
And I don't know why. Like I looked at them recently. Mm-hmm. I remember having one, and I remember like recently thinking like, oh, it would be so fun to have a Tamagotchi to kill some time while I'm like running on a treadmill or something. And I looked, they were
they're not going to keep you that busy.
No.
Like you literally just feed them little pixels.
Did it shit today?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I remember, you know what? I do have a story about a Tamagotchi. I remember I had a Tamagotchi. I fell in love with it. You know, this is a virtual pet. I had dogs and cats, but apparently I was more in love with this virtual pet. You know, I could give one little digital pixel of fish food to. And I remember I was like, Mom, I'm going camping, but I can't. I don't want to take this with me. I don't want to lose it. Mom, can you make sure you take care of my Tamagotchi? Bro, I was only gone for like 2 weeks. I come home so excited, you know, in the car, like, oh, my Tamagotchi. I can't wait. I come home and the Tamagotchi was in the same spot in my drawer, and I open it and he was dead. He was dead, and I'm just started busting down, crying again. Like I'm like 6 years old.
She killed your pet.
And my mom, she's bless her heart, she's a good person. She felt so bad. She went and bought me another one. Or could you reset them, or did they just die?
I think you just reset
them. Or she
them.
Reset it or something, but I was too little to understand that because I think you had to like hit the little pin in the back to reset it. So she like reset it for me, and then I was still sad. It didn't fix it. I still cried. I was like, "No, you killed him. This is not the same one. This is not the same one."
When your pet dies and your parents try to replace it, you have a fish, and your mom brings back home another fish after yours died, and trying to play it off like it's still Gary. It's not Gary, Mom. I know what Gary looked like, and this is not him.
I know, dude. I think that right there is the specific time where the childhood trauma kicked in. That's the one, man. I think that's probably why I broke my hand.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you know, that's got to be it. The Tamagotchi, dude.
Dude, I'm happy we were able to get this
Come on, mama. Well, you got a couple more in there? You got a couple more nostalgic things? We can go.
Last one. Away messages.
Oh, yeah.
You have to. Yeah, I was going to say you have to.
Dude, I'm so embarrassed. I cannot believe This reminds me of something. We're talking about like AI. We're talking about AIM. AIM.
Yeah.
Okay.
AIM, instant messenger.
Yeah. So everyone had AIM. That was like a middle school thing for me. Maybe like freshman year of high school, I still had AIM, I think. But then it like really made a push over to Facebook, and we kind of all moved over to that kind of stuff and like MySpace, Facebook. But I remember AIM. My 12, 13, 14-year-old ass. You want to know what my AIM username was? And I think I've told you this before.
Yeah.
This is what I try to talk to girls on this.
Laid on thick.
Pooped on 11.
We were friends on AIM. I'm pretty sure
that was my AIM
this
name.
Is back in the MySpace days too. I'm pretty sure we talked to each other on AIM a little bit.
I think so. Yeah, get pooped on 11. And dude, I'm like, these girls come up. Hey, you got AIM? I was like, yeah, I got AIM. Like, what's your AIM username?
Get pooped.
Let me write
11,
it down for
girl.
you. Get pooped on 11. They'd be like, excuse me? It's a gaming thing. It's fine.
You gonna find out.
So many people probably thought I was so weird, dude. But I was like, man, this is funny. This is like, get pooped on, gaming things.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. It's pretty funny.
That was your thing for a while.
It wasn't my brightest moment. They're gonna learn today. No, it was. What was yours? Was it probably just?
Dude, I went through a bunch.
Yeah, I had a few
usernames.
too, but that was like my main one.
One of my most popular ones was Silly Nilly 007.
Okay.
Had Eat Glass 911. What were some other good ones, dude?
I like that one. Are you telling me you had like burner AIM accounts for like to like chat with different girls?
Absolutely not. No, that was not something that I would do. I was never that popular.
I bet you did.
I was never that popular. I wish, actually.
I definitely had multiple.
Dude, I got. Oh man, it's just AIM in general reminds me of a story of one time. This is the first time I ever got played. Okay. Like hardcore played by a woman. I'm talking to this girl. I know who she is. She's mutual friends. I had never met her in person, but she was friends with my stepbrother, and she lived in the neighborhood. So my parents are split. I live with my mom, and I would go visit my dad on the weekends. All right. My stepbrother lived with my dad, and I would go over there, and I knew she lived in that neighborhood. Okay. And so we started talking on AIM, and like I thought we really hit it off, and it wasn't like we weren't old enough to like pursue relationships or anything like that, but I thought we were like becoming really, really good friends. And then all of a sudden one day I get this message from oh my God, I remember it because the name was it traumatized me. The name was Bubble Buddy 69.
Bubble Buddy
from SpongeBob. It was Bubble Buddy 69, and they were messaging me, and it was her, and she was pretending like it was like one of her friends, and she was like, yeah, Sam doesn't like you, it was all a joke, like it was dude, it was crazy. And I was like, oh my God, this is like the worst day of my life. And then literally that weekend I'm at my dad's house, and we're all riding bikes, and guess who pulls up?
Bubble Buddy.
Bubble Buddy herself. And I was just I didn't have the confidence I do now. And so I just like looked at her really, really passive aggressively on my bike, and I was just like,
then you rode off quickly,
and then I rode off.
Did you do a wheelie too? Show off a little bit?
No, I couldn't do a wheelie.
Oh, you couldn't do a wheelie?
No. I mean, I could pop one, but I couldn't like,
you couldn't like ride it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It was
so I mean, yeah, that's the nostalgia trip.